Did you say beauty trends of 2023 and the 90s are coming back where we over tweeze our brows? What? Today is a collab with Leanna and Andi Does Stuff. We are going to talk about the beauty trends that are predicted for this year and do a look doing these beauty trends. I am not one to go with the trend, clearly, but I thought it would be fun to attempt to do some of these trends and create a look. We'll see how this goes. It's probably not going to be very cohesive because I'm going to be combining a couple together, which will be interesting. And yeah, and I don't know what trends Leanna Dalton and Andi Does Stuff is gonna do, and I talked to both of them last night and they weren't 100% sure, so we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go with it. So I got this information from Allure Beauty, and I just looked up Allure Beauty 2023 trends, and I'm just going to talk about some of them, and this is where I got that information. I'm summarizing, okay? So one of the things that they mentioned was glitter brows. Yeah, you heard me, glitter brows. I thought that was funny, but I guess like runway models and things like that, glitter brows. Bare skin. We're not talking like, you know, actual bare skin. We're talking about laying off the contour, laying off full coverage, and going more natural beauty, right? Which I just don't like the way that generally goes. Like, it's like, well, you have to be naturally beautiful, or, you know, I don't know, but it's gonna be less I'm looking for my stuff, sorry. It's supposed to be less thick full coverage foundation and more, you know, bare, but it's fake, but it's not fake, right? That's what they're saying. Yeah, I haven't done my makeup in over a week, you guys, so I'm a little bit woof. The next one is bleached brows, which is what I'm doing right now. I don't have, like, I'm not gonna bleach my brows, right? But that is, I guess, in. And I don't have a bleach brow pomade. KVD actually makes some, so if you want the look without, you know, actually doing it, I recommend that pomade. Right now I'm using the whiteout pomade from KVD. It's white. It's not exactly the same, but I thought, you know, that this would sort of give me the look without bleaching or purchasing. The other thing that was brought up was they're talking about ultra thin brows and over tweezing. And yeah, when I first started wearing makeup, I was like 12, so that was what, I don't know, 2000. I don't fucking know, hold on, let's see, 89. Yeah, it was about 2001. So the 90s was just over, and I've already done my face base, by the way. I was still kind of going in with the 90s trends and did over tweeze my brows. Funny story, not really funny, but embarrassing. When I first started, I'm gonna try and do this natural base, so I'm using a BB cream, and it's the Ageless Glow from Pure Lilies. I can never say that. Welcome to my channel where I can't talk. But I had no idea how to do makeup when I had originally lived with my stepmom, who is like very anti letting kids wear makeup, and she didn't teach me anything. So I moved in with my mom, and my mom didn't care. And so I got a hold of a pair of tweezers and I tweezed the living crap out of my brows. And what I didn't know was I didn't know like the normal basics, you know? So I actually ended up taking like all of the front off too, because I kept trying to get thin brows and I was trying to thin these out up here, and I just ended up like taking them all the way out until about here, because it was easier to have a thin brow that way, or create a thin brow, because I had no idea what I was doing. So I remember having like being in 6th grade and having the 8th graders be like, you know that you're supposed to have brows to here, right? Like, yeah, I got made fun of for that. But anyways, I did participate in very thin brows. But yeah, so that's the new trend. I'm not doing that, although my brows aren't like super thick. I'm not gonna shave or tweeze my brows for this video. The next one is to go grunge like it's 1995. I thought 1995 was a weird year that they picked. So when I think of 95 grunge, I think of that movie. Why I can't think of it right now. I know what movie it is. I fucking love it. We Are the Weirdos Here, Mr. The Craft. Yes, I think of The Craft because I think that came out around that time. And so I think of The Craft. Like the very dark liner, but the pictures that they showed was very whimsical and it was kind of dirty. But I like, when I think of grunge, I think of really grungy and your warm tone browns all over the eye, very little shimmer. If you do shimmer in like 95, it was like the white shimmer, you know, that didn't really go with the look. Or I'm gonna do a little bit of contour. I'm using my Lunatic Cosmetics Pro Contour Palette. I'm just doing these because it's gray actually, which I normally don't always go gray, but I'm trying to make it look less bronzy and more just like bring a little definition to my face while keeping it like no makeup, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's where my mind is going. Okay. But I think of like the red, like very dead looking red, purple all over the eye. But I don't know, like the pictures they were showing wasn't, I ended up looking up grunge makeup, which I know what grunge makeup is, but like I ended up looking up grunge makeup because of the pictures that Allure showed. I'm like, what? I don't know how I feel about the pictures that they picked. Let me know if you go and you check it out. Oh, I just dropped my sponge. Let me know what you think of the pictures that they picked, because I mean, maybe they're just, you know, picking like runway model pictures, but I don't know. I wasn't like feeling it. So yes. So I'm going to do a grunge look. So far I've done the bleached brows, which isn't going over that well because they don't really look bleached. Maybe they do. I don't know. But it's what I have. All right. It's what I have. We're having fun. And I did the no makeup look. I don't know if I look like I'm not wearing makeup, but I'm not using my full coverage. So there's that. And so now I'm going to try and create a grunge look and we'll see how it goes. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to do very, very, very basic since I don't want to take up your time too much, but also, I am don't want to go like too, you know, extreme or whatever. So yeah, my eye is kind of watering. I don't care about extreme, but I don't know what I want to do. I tried to plan this out just a little bit because I didn't want to take up too much time. But yeah, so I do more of a smoky grunge or like a clean grunge look when I do grunge, and I'm gonna try to steer clear of that. I also did my base first, which is very unusual for me. I did not set my base because I wanted it to be kind of glowy, and I feel like too, if I set it, it kind of gives, like, it takes away from the more natural look. So yeah, I pulled out 2 palettes. I pulled out my Melt 420 because when I think of grunge, I think of like some of these colors over here. And I also pulled out my Give Me Glow grunge palette, which reminds me of what the 90s looks like. And that's this. You know, those reds and the browns and the purple with these very light shimmers that people would use. But I think that I'm gonna go into blunt. I don't have any like gel liners. I mean, I do have gel liners, okay, but I don't like, I'm nervous about the fact that my base is done first. I don't have liners that actually smudge very well, is what I'm trying to say. Because, you know, when I think of grunge, I think of that smudging of the liner, which Allure did bring up. But yeah, I like the ColourPop liners just don't smudge very well, and I don't. So yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna keep talking. I'll probably run out of shit to talk about soon. But yeah. So the other thing that they said was vinyl lips, and they're like latex looking lips, glossy, but color, you know, I guess. I was like, what the hell are vinyl lips? And then because I just don't know, I guess. I don't know, maybe that's weird that I don't know. But they described them as like latex. So I'm thinking like very opaque lips, but glossy, I guess. I don't know. If you have a better definition of what you think that would be, let me know. But they did say that purples, browns, grays, and bold reds are gonna be in, which I didn't know that they weren't in. But apparently that's what they're saying, but it's gonna be opaque and shiny. So, okay, I already do that. I feel like lips are making a comeback this year just in general, because is this grungy enough? I don't know. Of COVID, oops, I said it. I feel like because of that and all of the mask wearing, people weren't really wearing lips. Like, you know, because we were covering our masks, and some people are still doing that because of safety and everything, and some people have to do it because of their job. Like if you work in the medical field here, at least in Oregon, I don't know how it is other places, you still have to wear a mask. So I feel like lips kind of like went on the back burner, and I feel like they're coming back because more people, not all, are able to show their lips. And so I feel like those are kind of like a big, like, people are excited to be able to show their lips again, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me talking. So lashing out was the other thing, and the pictures that they showed, they were thick lashes, and they remind me of the spiderweb lashes. You know that pink tube of mascara, I think Maybelline, I think that's what it was, you know, the pink and green one, where you would put on like 6 layers of mascara and look like spider legs. I think that's what they're talking about, and that that's coming back. And you know what? I liked that. I could be, you know, the weird one out, but oops, I took that too far. I actually liked that look. I know that maybe that's odd or whatever, but I like it. I'm trying to be messy because that's what I feel like a lot of the 90s grunge looks were like very messy and imperfect, and yeah. Let's see. But yeah, I kind of liked that. I don't know about you guys. You have to let me know down below. Am I the odd one out? Am I weird because I like that? Probably. But that's back in. So I will, once I, you know, get to my mascara, which will be still a little bit, I do plan on doing that. I'm brushing this brush off just a little bit, and I'm gonna go into full melt, which is, I think, a little bit more caramely. I'm just kind of adding it a little bit more. I don't know why, but I just feel like doing that. And then I think that I'm gonna go into this Roll It. It's the dark brown, and I'm just gonna tap a little bit on my outer corners. You guys, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about this. I'm feeling like it's weird. Is it grunge? I don't know, but it doesn't have to be perfect, right? This is just my take. I'm gonna go back into full melt. What else do I want to say? Okay, so there is the eccentric accents is what they said, and they showed, which I almost did this because I love blush draping, but they showed pictures and talked about blush draping with like neon colors, and like the person in the picture, if I remember correctly, didn't have like a ton of makeup on. She just had like blush draping around up here and very bright and bold, which I really like actually, and I kind of dig that. But I love eye makeup, and so doing something super bold like the way that they showed it without eye makeup is just not my jam. But I think that blush draping and bold, you know, cheeks out like that is awesome. I don't hate that. I don't hate bleached brows either. They're not for me, but I do think that they have a place and can look very pretty. I don't know how I feel about glitter brows though. That's a little bit weird, and I don't like the over plucking, over tweezing. All right, I don't like that, but it's not, I mean, you do you, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So I think that this is going to be my eye look. I know I am so far into this. You guys are going to be sitting through a lot because I am trying to do like a full face, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So the other thing was Hyper Glow. Less bronzer, and the pictures that they showed were of like just insane, like they look like these people, they look like they were sweating. So I'm gonna attempt that. The first highlighter that came to my mind was the Fenty How Many Carats Diamond Balm. Mine fell out of the pan, so I'm not going to hold it up because I had to smush it back in. But when I think of like that really like hyper glow, very, very insane sweaty look, this is what I think of. I'm not a huge fan of this highlighter. Actually, I do like it, but it's also like very glittery. But I thought that this would be like super perfect for this look. And this person, one of them literally was like, I mean, she looked like she was sweating. They had it up here, like her whole body, because they showed her chest and stuff. So I'm just gonna go super hyper glowy. And I do like a glowy look. I really do. I don't know how I feel about like all over or whatever, but I've always loved highlighter and over highlighting. But this is more like a, you know, less blush, less bronzer, and more just bam highlight. At least that's what I was gathering from things. I could be wrong again, like, you know, I'm doing my best, okay? I look like a freaking Twilight vampire. Okay, why I just roared like a, I don't know, lion, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, I am just really just trying to layer this on so I look like a satellite from, you know, up above can see me. The aliens might want to take me home. That I look like I just got done working out and I'm sweating everywhere. I'm gonna put some over here underneath my bleached brows, and actually I think I'm gonna just throw some on top of my eye look too, because I don't know, I'm just feeling it. Some in my inner corner, because why not? I was actually really sad when this like fell out of the pan, because I didn't just dipped into this on my brow or my eye. It just turned it brown. Good job, Ash. Okay, I think that I look sparkly enough. Do I look like I just got done working out? Oh, yes. Okay, let's see. And they describe that as like a dewy, watery, high voltage highlighter. I'm gonna use this one instead. It's just a dewy setting spray from ABH with pineapples on it. The garbage man is here. Yeah, I do my setting spray before my mascara because I just feel like it's necessary. I'm gonna go into my waterline with a ColourPop Show Me. I don't normally talk about the products I use, but I just kind of thought maybe it would be a good time to do so, since I'm showing you what I didn't go out and buy anything. I'm using what I have to create these supposed supposed trends that Allure Beauty says is happening. So yeah, I don't know. How am I doing, you guys? Am I doing grunge? Am I doing the brows right? I don't know. Don't worry, I'll do my lips. I think I'll probably do like a chocolate brown lip, and I think I might add some gloss on top of it to create a vinyl. I don't know exactly like what the fuck does vinyl really look like on your lips? Like, I don't know, you guys. I'm excited about grunge coming back. Ugh, this is new, which means it's not going to be cakey enough. I really love, I was going to use the new mascara, but I forgot that to get that thickness from mascara, they kind of have to sit around for a while, like a week. Mascara, in my opinion, isn't at its prime until it's about a week old. Call me crazy. But like I like grunge makeup. I'm more of a, you know, smoky grunge, a more thought out grunge kind of person, but I do like that idea of the trend. Vinyl lips, I really don't care. Oh, the other thing that they showed for the eccentric accents was a lady who was wearing one lip color on the top and another on the bottom, and so I guess, you know, having, and they were really bright lips, so bright. I kind of take that eccentric thing like something very standout ish, that's very bright, not necessarily just only blush draping. So yeah, I don't know if you guys even care to see me apply 9 coats of mascara, so I'm gonna be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I know I'm wearing a wig. I'm not sure if this really goes with it, but I don't know. I'm kind of in a hurry and I didn't know what wig to wear with this. My hair is a mess and needs to be washed. It is almost Friday. It is Thursday. And so it's just, my bangs are I don't have I need to get a good dry shampoo. But styling my own hair was just not gonna happen, and I felt like I needed to. So yeah, I used on my lips, I used a Copacetic's Brindle, and then I just topped it with this Trust Fund Beauty lip gloss that I got in Boxy a long time ago. I've been trying to work on using it up. It's like about half gone. Anyway, I think that's a vinyl lip. I don't know. I did like put a ColourPop dry oil and the Fenty Diamond Balm all over my chest. I'm not sure it's like quite showing up, but it's there. And for my mascara, I did like 6 layers, so it's gonna be a bitch to wash off. Do you remember that? Do you remember how hard it is to remove like 6 layers of mascara? They're not quite spider leggy enough. I could add more, but I used the Lash Freak from Urban Decay and the Perversion from Urban Decay. And that's all I did off camera. So yeah, what do you guys think of the projected trends? Let me know. Which ones are your favorites? Which ones are you excited about? Which ones are you not excited about? Are you going to follow any of the trends? Are you gonna partake in that? I feel like when these trends start to happen that we don't purposefully follow them, but we do end up following them to an extent, because that's what makeup products are, you know, being put out there. So like I'm expecting to see some like really bright neon blushes maybe, maybe some more vinyl lippies, maybe more highlighter and less bronzer. I don't know, that's just my projection. Oh, and more dewy products and more no makeup foundation, so more serums, more light coverage, and more dewy. So yeah, that's just my thought. I do think that we'll see more highlighter, more vinyl lippies, maybe more people doing the no makeup face, the Barrett face, which I won't. I mean, I might, but I've always been dewy. This wig is bothering me, you guys. I've always been into dewy because I have dry skin. And so I've always just kind of been a fan of the dewy look and the very, you know, wet look. Do you remember I had shown the product not too long ago, the Wet n Wild bronzer? That's not really a bronzer, but people used to wear it as like on their face because it had like this one, the color Icon, because it had this like sheer shine to it, and like a glowy almost finish. And so people were using this as a finishing powder, like people whose skin tone matched with it. Maybe more products like that are going to be, you know, popular. I don't know, but I think it's interesting to see what the trends are. I didn't know or pay attention to what the trends were last year. Maybe I should look that up. I don't know. I just think it's interesting. But anyways, how'd I do on my grunge look? What do you think? What do you think of, I mean, it looks kind of funny because I did like multiple trends all in one, so they don't necessarily and aren't necessarily cohesive. But yeah, I had fun and I'm excited to see what Leanna Dolden and Andi does. I'm pretty sure there'll be some glitter brows. That's my guess. I almost did glitter brows and like a eccentric blush. There's so many fun and funny silly ideas that you could do, but I didn't really go silly. But I do feel like I look like a freaking vampire that just got done working out. Anyways, I'm just gonna go because I know this video is super long. I love Leanna, I love Andi. We've all collabed before, so I'm not gonna like, you know, talk them up a whole lot. Just know that I love them and their links will be down below and you should check them out and see what kind of looks that they create with these trends and let me know your thoughts. All right, bye. Had foundation on my nose ring. Gross. Anyways, it looked like a booger, but anyway. I don't know. I just